Okay, so you're new to cyclocross and you literally have zero local resources. There's no training race, there's nowhere to ride, you don't have a friend to go out with, so you need to build it. And how do you build it? Well, today's video is going to tell you about how to build a cyclocross playground, the tools you need, and the things to think about when you're doing it. First up, you want to make sure that you're picking an area that isn't home to someone, meaning like a dog park where it's really the dog owners are out there, they're enjoying time with their dog. Then you're out on the trail and you're running into them all the time. That's not good for anyone. Like even like a local swimming hole, people are coming up, they're toweling off, they're on the trail, and then whoa, a cyclist rips past them because you're doing an effort out on your training course. Make sure that you pick a place that's not super congested, but is close to town that people don't generally use. Also, you want to make sure that you get land use permission. You don't want to be on private property, cutting things down, creating a track. Don't do that. That's not good for anybody. Gives everyone a bad name. Check with the town, make sure they're okay with you tightening things up, using some existing trails, and it should be close to where everyone's living. That makes it really, really good and easy for people to be able to get to the training course. Last thing is you want to make sure that the terrain is compelling, right? You don't want to just go into an open field. That's not going to give you a lot. You're going to have a lot of setup, be a lot of course tape. Nah, go into a forest where there's going to be natural features that you can use and take advantage of. So depending on the area and the type of terrain, some of the tools that you could use would be a shovel, a rake, loppers, gloves, oh, and a bike. When you get to a new training area, you want to make sure that you look around at the terrain. You want to make sure you know a lay of the land. Imagine it as just a big square and you're starting over here, and then you want to make sure that you get over to there, but you want to make a nice continuous loop, looking at what the area has to offer. This area, as I look out right now, has this beautiful sloping downhill section that is going to make a really nice transition from this side of the course to the other. So make sure that when you first get to the track, you take a look around, you see what natural features are there and what you've got to work with. So now that you know the area and you have a general sense of where you're going, get your loppers out. It's time to take down these just little trees like this. You just want to make sure that things that are going to slap the riders that come out in the face or in the arms, you want to take those down because that's not fun for anyone. You don't want to look like you just got out of a bar fight and you just want to go do some cyclocross. You want to have to go home and explain that to your significant other. And I'm not talking about going in here like a skidder either. It's not like you've got a chainsaw out and you take down all kinds of big trees. Don't do that. That's not what I'm talking about. Just little things that are going to slap your arms and all that, rough out the course, and then you can start to see which features actually are out there for you to be able to use. Okay, so now we're going to start talking about technical features on the track. And first up is got to be off cambers. In cyclocross, you got to have off cambers and you got to have technical sections because ideally, if you're racing or you're riding around fast, you're trying to force a mistake because it's not just going up a hill as hard as you can go. It's about technical prowess as well. So we're coming into a section that my friends from the Jam Fund, which is a local nonprofit program that we have here in town, have created over the last year. And as you can tell, it is super, super narrow. You definitely have to get your foot out, maybe even kick a little bit because it is so treacherous, off camber, technical. It is a really good feature, and it's pretty much any course around the globe is going to have something like this, and it's just going to make you a much better rider. Now, if you could find some sand or mud on your course, that would be perfect. These are regular features in a cyclocross course because when you're going through the sand, obviously it's super, super technical and makes it really hard. Mud is the same. These things are always moving underneath the tires, so it's never the same lap to lap. So if you have these features, it makes for a really fun, super challenging track that the riders that come out are going to really enjoy. Barricades. What are you gonna do? You're in the middle of the woods. I don't wanna get my hammer and nails out there with a bunch of 2x4s lugging stuff in. You don't need to do that, not at all. Go in the woods, when you're out scouting around, find a log like this, drag it out into the middle of the course, nice open section like this where riders can bring some speed in, get set up, jump off, run over, 2 logs in a row. That's great. When you're done with them, real simple, they're out of the way. Technical sections are very important and they're vast. They can be anything really, but the thing you don't want to do is have tons of roots like this going across the track, big old rock gardens with rocks with pointy sharp heads all over the place, because cyclocross bikes aren't designed for that. They don't have any suspension, their tires are generally pretty narrow, and if the riders are doing that, they're just going to be getting jolted all around. You really want to do a reroute if an area has tons and tons of roots and rocks in it, because like I said, the bikes aren't designed for it. And you want to pick the path of least resistance. You don't want to go into something that's like this where you're going to have to take down all kinds of big trees. Look for an area that kind of seems like it flows, maybe an old deer path or something. That's going to be your ticket. Another nice feature to have out on the course is a wide open area like this, where riders can actually take a break and relax for a second from all the technical features that you've included in your course. It's also a place for the more experienced riders to be able to lay a lot of power down and take some time away from their rivals. Drops. Drops are a feature on a cross course that make it really, really challenging, probably for your more advanced riders, but when you're out scouting the course, if you see a nice embankment and the trail's going right above you like this, just take a right and send it straight down. It is a really cool feature to have on your track. Run-ups are a classic feature on the cyclocross courses. Organizers and race designers love them because they push the riders cardiovascularly to the limit, and then they usually follow it up with a technical section right after to hopefully force a mistake and make the race more exciting. For your training course, it's really, really good to have an A and a B line. You want to be able to let the riders that are less experienced go around this section, but for the riders that are more experienced, you want to push them to get off their bike, get up the hill, and then it's nice in a training course at least to be able to have a place for them to remount so that they're ready for the next technical section. One of the last things that you need to think about is the rhythm or the flow of the track. How does it go? You've checked out all of the sections, you've dug them all out, you've made all these cool sections. Now you need to string them together to be able to make the flow of it and the rhythm right. The last thing you want to do is go down a steep drop, then have a huge run up right after it, then go down another steep drop and then another run up. That's not the real flow of a true cyclocross race. You want to make sure that you string the sections together with technical stuff followed by a nice long stretch, then another technical section, then a drop, then a barrier. Make sure that it has a nice flow to it. Once you get out there and you ride it, you'll know what works. You also want to be mindful of the lap time. You don't want riders to be out there for 10, 12 minutes, 4 or 5, 6 minutes, that's great. A little bit longer than that, it gives riders the opportunity to spread out. It allows you to add some more features. And as the course gets worked in, if you want to make it a little bit longer, then you can add a feature here or there like I showed you earlier in the video. So get your friends, tell the riders that are in your area, hey, we're making a cross course, grab those tools, go out there, make an afternoon of it, and then ride this stuff in. It can be super, super fun. So I hope you liked the video. If you guys tag me in some of the stuff that you've done, I'd love to see your work out there and what you're doing. If you liked this video and you want to give it a thumbs up, please do. If you want to leave a comment below, please do that as well. If you want to check out other cyclocross videos, look over here. And if you want to subscribe to GCN, click right there.